Concealed carry mistakes. That is what this topic is. That is what this discussion is. My name is Tom, your friend and host, and you're a patriot, American patriot. You're all patriots with weapons education. I'm excited about this video. The last time I brought this topic up was a decade ago, and I didn't realize it. It happens to be one of the most viewed topics I've ever spoke about. The last video has 2,700 something comments. So let's thumb up this video. I'm going to go quick. I'm not going to go in order of all my notes. I spent a lot of time on this. We're going to talk about mistakes gun owners make when they're carrying a gun. And we're going to talk about concealed and open carry, because a lot of states have open carry. We have constitutional carry now. This is the modern day version of my first video called Concealed Carry Mistakes. Now it's concealed carry mistakes and the new world we live in. Boy, is it changing quick, and we have to think quick. So you got your gun, right? You're all set. Maybe it's a big Glock 20, or maybe it's a small, powerful little powerhouse car, 40 caliber. Are you ready to go? You got your permit if you're in the right state that requires a permit, or you're constitutional carry, you don't need a permit. Awesome. Are you ready to go? Not just yet. Wait a minute. You've been carrying a gun for 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. Are you ready to go? Probably, but you can always use a little tune-up, just like a car does. So let's get into it, and I'm going to rapid fire a lot of topics for us to stay on top of the game, so no one gets on the wrong side of the law, no one does anything silly, and we protect our family, we protect our loved ones, and we do everything we can to be a good American citizen, all right? And these firearms are our Second Amendment, and we have to keep our Second Amendment. So let's do things proper. Now, let's talk about mistakes. That's what the whole focus is here, and like I said, in no particular order, I'm going to rattle as quick as I can on many different subjects. First of all, if you come across danger in any situation, you're out there and about, you've got your gun. I'll show you, I got a 1911 here in a little bit. What's the first thing I would do? I'm going to use myself an example, is I want to get away from danger. I want to wake up the next day thinking, remember that guy last night at 9:30, what a jerk he was? I'm glad I got out of that predicament. Or I got into a predicament with that guy and it turned into a shootout, heaven forbid. And you're in jail, you're locked up. So trying to get away from danger, okay? If a negative situation erupts, what people are kind of hyped up these days, modern day concealed carry mistakes, don't make the mistake of getting caught into their stressed out mind. Don't get into their stressed out mind. You want to be cool, calm, smooth, relaxed when you're out and about, or you're at home. Come on, everything's great. This planet's gorgeous we live on. So we want to enjoy life, and we have a firearm to protect ourselves. It's our God-given right to protect ourselves and our family, and we want to keep it that way. So that was mistake one. People do not run away from danger. Now, bad neighborhoods, I'm going to keep going on here. Now, I just go around it, okay? Obvious reasons why do it, okay? Bumper stickers on a car. I mentioned this last time and I got a lot of comments, but you know what? The bumper sticker that says whatever, and I'm obviously I'm the most pro-guns, pro-Second Amendment, pro-everything that we're here for, pro-American patriot there is. But I don't have stickers on my car that says, rock with your Glock out, big sticker. It's silly because you're dragging the attention to your vehicle, and it's going to make law enforcement in this modern day age, they have enough stress on their hands. Why give them more stress when they're approaching your car because you got a tail light out or something silly? Okay, we're going to talk about getting pulled over here in a moment, but don't put silly bumper stickers on your car. I don't like anything related to guns on cars. Or what we're talking about, labeling yourself when you're concealing a firearm or you have a firearm. I still don't think t-shirts like this. What does this one say? Oh, don't call 911, call 1911. Okay, it's a cool shirt. It's great. Go to the range with it. You know, if you're a youngster, you know, whatever you want to wear. Yeah, but no, not if you're carrying a gun. This is not. You're just labeling yourself as someone who's like bragging or something, boasting or labeling yourself, and that's not good. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. Conceal. You got one of my shirts. Here I am, Tom. Weapons Education. Sold thousands of them. I don't sell them no more. But anyway, here they are. Weapons Education shirts. They're out there. About 4,000 of them. Exactly. Don't wear my shirts if you're carrying a gun. I don't want it. I don't want it. Please. We don't need that type of recognition, because sooner or later someone who's carrying a gun is going to get into a bad situation. And you don't want to have all that advertising on you. You want to blend in with your attire. We're talking about attire. You want to, if like I am in South Florida, and I sell my shoulder holsters, Weapons Education holsters, okay? And I'm proud to have brought that from nothing, from birth, to the #1 shoulder holster company in the nation. Very proud of that. Weapons Education holsters.com. But because it's all handmade, custom. But the point is, it's comfortable to wear, but you blend in. So if I'm in South Florida, I wear a comfortable, I call them Tommy Bahama shirts, little silk ones, and no one knows I'm wearing a gun. And if I'm in the winter up north, if I'm traveling about, I blend in. I wear my heavy jacket to stay warm, and no one knows I got my gun. And I dress like everybody else. I don't dress differently. I don't, of course me, I don't sit at a red light with the windows down and the music blaring. I don't bring attention to me when I have a deadly weapon. Remember, this is modern day era. Zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. All right. Now, constitutional carry. Good for you. I want to talk about this. There's, I think it's 26 states at the timing of this video that has constitutional carry. I think every state should have it, of course. And we know which gun organization we can thank for that. But, with that said, constitutional carry, a lot of people do not get the right training, or they do not know their gun. So, I want everyone to carry a firearm, but we don't need negative press. We don't need hurt people, whether it's themselves or somebody else. So what type, and every time I bring up the word training, it's like, it's a little boring. Well, listen, training's fun. You get to shoot your gun. It's about $35 an hour. So can you give yourself 4 hours a year? Maybe $150 a year to go and have a pro teach you the ins and outs of your exact firearm, your exact way to draw your gun, right? Wherever it's carried on your body. So if you got a gun and you're not trained on how to draw it and how to get the sights in sight and hit your target and shot placement. I recently did a video on that. If you can't hit the person where it counts, you're going to hit someone else. You're going to hit it. You're going to we don't want that. It's a mistake not to get trained. So a lot of constitutional carry states, you can carry a gun. Good for you. But please do the appropriate things that we're talking about in this video. Don't bring attention to yourself. Here's something that just came to mind, okay? I was at a Christmas party. The point is here, don't talk about the fact that you're carrying a gun. Don't bring attention to yourself. I was at a Christmas party, and only 10 tables with about a dozen people, 10 to 12 people at each table. And one guy talking to somebody he never met next to him at the annual Christmas party, and he goes, "Oh, I've got my Glock 20 on me, and I'm really excited about that." And the guy next to him was not into guns. Okay, so don't talk about guns, because in that scenario, here I am 5 tables over, and all of a sudden the waiter overhears these 2 guys chatting away loudly, and the waiter goes, "Is there a problem here?" And then the guy goes, "This guy's got a gun, this guy's got a gun, 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 gun." And then all of a sudden the waiter goes to the manager calls 911, and the whole Christmas, I'm sitting here 5, 6 tables away going, "Oh God, someone's bragging about carrying a gun." Don't brag about carrying a gun. Okay, that's that. Don't do it. Okay. Don't draw attention to yourself. Carry your gun in your house. Okay, here's a good tip. When you're at home, I doubt you're gonna, unless it's a home invasion, but I doubt you're gonna really need your firearm. But it's a great place for you to get comfortable with carrying your firearm. Now, keep in mind children, and keeping the firearm away from children, and a safe. I've got weapons education safes up here. Very proud of that. I got to mention it. I went from 0 to the #1 vault, because we only sell custom vaults and high-end quality vaults and safes. Real American steel, no Chinese garbage, blah, blah, blah. But you keep your guns away from the children. But yeah, carry your gun in your house like this. See that? Like that. With your finger, just like that, right there on the slide, and walk around for 10 minutes at a time. Then put it down for half hour. Then walk around for 10 minutes like that at a time. When you're new, put it down 10 minutes more, and do that for a month. And every time you pick up a gun, you will never, ever, your brain will be ready to go. You will never put your finger, and I won't even do it now, in that trigger guard. This. You don't put your finger on that trigger. That's a mistake. Unless you want to destroy whatever it's pointed at. You've heard this before, maybe that one, but I tell you what, I've got a lot of comments over the years. I talked to a lot of people, a lot of sad parents of deceased children. I'm not going to tell you the stories. But don't put your finger on the trigger, okay? Unless you're going to use the gun for destroying what you're pointing it at. Even at the range, when you're shooting at paper, don't even carry the gun like this. Even like this. When you're ready to, once it's on sight, then you put your finger in the trigger guard. Don't take your finger off that slide until your sights are sighted. That's true even in self-defense. You don't touch the trigger before it's sighted in. All right. I'm having fun with this. I hope you're learning along with me. So throw in your comments, because I know I can't cover everything. All right. Carry your gun in your house. I got that. All right. Get a friend to interact with you about firearms. Okay, what I'm getting at here is, it's like the workout thing. You know, bodybuilders or guys like me who've worked out with weights my whole life. You know what really got me into shape throughout the years was in the exercise routine with weights, was to have someone as a personal friend who met me there, who motivated me, and I motivated him to exercise together. That's been talked about for 50 years now. The exercise buddy. Well, maybe you want a firearm buddy. It's a mistake not to have a firearm buddy, but be careful with that, because I always say, be careful who you tell that you have a firearm. It's kind of like telling someone, I have weapons education, safes.com. I tell people, don't tell anyone you have a safe in your house. But if you have a firearm, I don't tell no one about my firearms, but I do tell my one cherished, usually good friend, 1 or 2 good friends that I could go to the range with, that I could trust. And that'll help you get ideas back and forth from each other and say, what can I learn from you? And what can each other throw stuff back and forth. Carrying an empty gun. I did a video on this. You know what the term a dead man's gun means? I did a video, Dead Man's Gun, I think I called it. Yeah. And I had a pro instructor demonstrate it. That's carrying an unloaded gun. It's pretty dumb. Okay, so it's a mistake. If you've got the mindset to carry a deadly weapon, you better have the mindset to know that it's always loaded. It has to be loaded. It has to have a round in the chamber. Because when someone puts a gun to your head, you're not going to have the time to start looking at your gun, racking the slide, this, that, and the other. So it takes training to make sure that when you have a loaded gun, you know not to make a mistake. This is concealed carry mistakes. I'm trying to make sure you avoid mistakes. You're carrying a hot gun at all times. That's why I put this finger like this, to impress upon you. Carry it around your house for 10 minutes at a time. Keep your gun loaded. Do a press check. You know what that is? You pull the slide back a little bit, like this, and you can see the round, and you see that in the movies sometimes. They press check in their gun. Make sure it's loaded. But you just simply don't touch the trigger, and you keep it in your shoulder holster. Weapons education holsters, but you keep it holstered. The safest place for your firearm is in your holster, whether it's on your hip, whether it's on your shoulder holster, or your ankle. It's the safest place. You do not, it's a mistake to pull your gun for any other reason. This just came to mind. Okay? Laws. Know your state laws. Okay, what happens if in Florida, I carry this in my pocket, okay? This is Florida, if you're in Florida, Florida statute 790.06. Okay, so what does this say? If I'm in Florida and the wind's blowing and oops, it goes like that and someone sees my gun, because we don't have open carry. They call 911, oh, this guy's got a gun, this guy's got a gun at Walmart, the wind blew, I saw his gun. I didn't do nothing. I just walk it in. Oh, officer, it's legal in Florida. Know your state laws. It says right here, you can briefly, openly display. You know, if it's not brandishing, you're not threatening someone with your gun. So, know your state laws. I can't tell you how many people ask, is this legal in Nebraska, Alabama, in Ohio, each state? I go, I can't answer that. You got to look it up yourself, your own state laws. They change every 6 months, January 1st normally, and July 1st, and in between also. That's why I'm up to number 790 on the statutes in Florida, .06 that is. I mean, that's like thousands and thousands of laws that we have to abide by. You need to know your firearm laws within your state. So, and then keep it with you. If there's something particular that pertains to you in your state and you're concerned that an officer, a law enforcement officer might not be clear of, you print it up, you highlight it, you keep it with you. So you don't get in trouble. And your car that you're driving, by the way, make sure the taillights all work. Make sure the registration's up to date. Make sure you don't get pulled over for something stupid. Don't drive silly. Let's talk about driving while you have a firearm. This is a mistake if you have a firearm and you're driving with rage or anxiousness. Anxiousness is the new word now. And the phone. Here's why I got a phone for the prop here. Oh my gosh, you got a firearm and you're texting at a red light? Your focus should be, I have a deadly weapon. I'm at a red light. What are you doing? You're looking in your mirrors. You're looking 360. You're looking for a problem. You're looking for a carjacker. You're looking for someone who needs your help because they're getting attacked. There's so much crime. This is modern day concealed carry mistakes. There's so much bad things happening to human beings that we have to be patriots and help them like we would help our own family. You're not going to be texting on your phone. You want your car up to date. You want to drive comfortably. And we're going to talk about knowing your gun real well, but where is the safety on your gun? Well, that's secondary. The safety is between your ears and your brain. That's where your safety is, your brain. You stay focused. Always tell yourself, and you know what you're going to feel like when you're carrying a firearm and you get comfortable with it? You're going to find out you're a more relaxed person. You're going to not think of your drive when you're driving a vehicle as pain in the neck. I got to get from here to here. God, the computer says, what does this map say? 42 minutes. Gosh, 19 miles. Oh man. Zzz, you start zipping around. How silly. You want to look at this, say, 42 minutes. I got 42 minutes to relax. I'm in a nice car. Got my health. I got my life. I have nothing to race home to except the couch, when you think of it. I know I've had people waiting, whatever it might be that day. But relax. Calm. And you're going to find out driving might turn out to be one of your most favorite things to do. If you calm yourself to midnight, I'm not talking about you in particular, but a good percentage of people are with the wheel, always going forward, beeping the horns. Stop it. Stop with all that. Stop it. You don't do that. When you have a firearm, you relax, calm. And you'll have a better life. You'll be more happy at the end of the day. You'll sleep better at night. You'll feel better at night. I used to do videos. I should start doing them again. If you want me to do them again, I'll do them. On self-help. I did hundreds of them. I've been 100 in the beginning of my channel. Self-help videos. How to be calm. And having a firearm and being calm go hand in hand. Okay, another mistake is, what if you don't carry your gun? That's like if you're a deer hunter. You're a deer hunter, you've always got your rifle out there. And the one day you don't, that's when the biggest buck walks right in front of you and just looks at you and just, he knows you don't got your rifle. Now, always have your firearm on you. So, do you want to carry a Glock 20 where it's going to be in the safe? This is a big gun. This is a 10 millimeter. I mean, I love this firearm. I love it. And I do carry them because I've got my shoulder holster system. I carry these big guns. I like the power. I love it. I want a 10 millimeter. This is for me. But if you're not going to carry it all the time, well, then get a mouse gun, I'll call it, or a small pocket. It's a 40. This is a car 40 caliber. Don't forget about the 40 caliber. Everyone's into the 9 millimeter. It's a mistake to forget about the 40 caliber. Okay, that's why for new gun owners, you need to know. Generally speaking, you got for self-defense, you got the 380, the 9, the 40, the 45, and then the 10 millimeter being the most powerful of semi-automatic handguns. Generally speaking. Don't forget about that 40. It's a powerful, powerful round. Very powerful. And you can get them in little pocket, little. At least you carry this all the time, right? Always carry. It's a mistake not to carry. Carry extra mags. It's a mistake not to have extra mags. I got 3 extra mags here in my shoulder holster. I'm ready to go. Learn how to reload mags. Learn how to if you get a jam, what to do. Your gun malfunctions. Learn how to tap and rack and clear the gun. You got to get training for that. What are you going to do if you shoot around and your gun malfunctions and you're new and you don't know what to do? You're going to get killed, possibly. Because the only reason to pull your gun is for self-defense. Let's talk about this. What are the legal ramifications of pulling a gun and shooting someone? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is the most important topic there is. Legal ramifications. You know how many people ask me, oh, do you know a good attorney, self-defense? And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, these people don't realize that if they shoot someone, they don't need 1 attorney. They don't need 2 attorneys. They don't need 5. They need a team of at least a dozen people, a whole team of forensic people to get you off. Boots on the ground at the crime scene. If you shoot someone in self-defense, I'm telling you right now, modern day self-defense, concealed carry mistakes, modern day right now, they're going to want to arrest you. So, no, one attorney's not going to do it. I'm sorry, and I don't care how much money you have. That one attorney's going to go because you $500,000. Most of us don't have that kind of liquid cash just to plop out. Even if you did, the one attorney's not going to. They'll pull a plea deal and you'll spend 20 years in prison. Now, what you want is CCW safe, and I've done many videos on this. This is modern day now, modern day, to help you, the level-headed, relaxed gun owner, to carry a gun, and heaven forbid, you have to pull it. Don't pull it unless your life, the last resort, your life is in danger. I mean, the last resort. I mean, unless you're about to die, then you can pull your gun. Okay, now you shoot someone, you saved your life. Great. They're still going to have to arrest you and figure things out. Now you're in jail. You got to have, I'll put the link below. That'll be the top link. You buy the ultimate plan and you pay it monthly. And it's one card you get for all your attorneys, not one. All your attorneys on a national basis, whatever state you're in. If there's anything you get out of this video, is this. Click the link below and get the ultimate plan or the best plan for you, whether you got constitutional carry or whether you have a permit in your state. Get the appropriate plan and pay it monthly. And forget all the Netflix and all the other stuff you pay monthly. This is the most important thing, to carry a gun and not have a legal defense team. Not one attorney, a team, boots on the ground that's going to come and take all the pictures, just like, well, the offense is going to do, law enforcement. They're going to take all their pictures of the crime scene, the deceased body. Well, you want your defense to do the same thing and get the same evidence, and they're going to talk to witnesses on your behalf, and they're going to try to keep you out of jail. They've done it. CCW Safe is the only company in the nation who's gotten, they got a human being off. The first time in the state is one of the Carolinas. I did many videos on it. I think it was South Carolina, and this first degree murder, he walked out after a trial. They took him all the way through. Almost $500,000 in expenses CCW spent, and scot-free. Forget that US, whatever it's called, PPCA or something. Forget that. That's big deductible. I'm a financial planner, I know. Big deductibles, loopholes, mess. You get CCW Safe. The link is below. Hugest mistake you can make by carrying a gun is not having legal insurance and a contract to cover you. Moving on, let's go on. I talked about carrying extra mags. I talked about driving habits. I talked about don't tell anyone you got your gun. I talked about that Christmas party story I told you about. Domestic situations. What if you get in an argument with someone in your house, your spouse, your children, who knows, friends in your house? I'm telling you, relax. You want to wake up tomorrow to a nice, fresh, sunny day. Are you going to remember it? If you wake up to a fresh, sunny day, all happy, how much are you going to stress over that argument you had at 8:30 last night with that person in your house? Or whoever it is. Let's say it's your spouse. Heaven forbid. Modern day? Domestic? You don't never want to touch someone. You don't ever want to get into something like that. Spit, spat, silly. You leave. Just leave. Take the high road. I get complimented all the time on my channel. And other channels compliment me. Because I'm always taking the high road. You know, the silly stuff people say online. I'm calm. I'm relaxed. I got thick skin. And so do you. So the point is, no arguments, whether you're out and about or you're at home, nothing. You're relaxed. I talk about relaxed when you're driving. You're relaxed at home because you've got firearms in your home. And like I said, you should be carrying it at home for practice to get used to it. You got a firearm with you when you're out and about. You got to be calm. And you got to know your surroundings. Like I said, you're always looking 360. Okay, I talked about the laws in your state. Let's see. Okay, what about if you happen to shoot someone in self-defense? This goes along with CCW Safe, that legal. You want that one card, like I said, once you pay it monthly, then don't talk to police. Heaven forbid, God, don't pull your gun. But if you have to, really in the last case resort, to save your life, okay, well then you have to be alive. But don't talk to police. You just call that phone number on the back of CCW Safe's card. And you have to have that card in your wallet, or else you're like, shouldn't even, to me, almost you shouldn't carry a gun unless you got the legal coverage. The link is below. But don't talk to police no matter what. Talk to your attorney. So either pay the monthly fee for CCW or pay zillions of dollars to try to build up a dream team. It's not going to happen when you're in jail. I don't care how rich you are. It's not going to happen. Okay, your safety is between your ears. You need to know your gun. You need to know the functions. What if it's got a decocker? What if it's got a safety? How to put the mags in. How to clear jams. Where is the... What is the trigger pull like? What is the trigger reset? How does the light laser work? How does the fit in your hand feel? All these things. Know your gun, or you're making a concealed carry mistake. You're carrying a gun mistake. You don't want to make a mistake. Know your gun. Now, run away from danger. I mentioned that. I mentioned bumper stickers, silly. T-shirts are silly. Open carry. Open carry always brings in a lot of comments. I think every state should have open carry. We all think that. But here's a good point. If your state allows open carry, well, what I would do is I would open carry only, this is just me, this is my idea, only if I'm with 2 or 3 other guys or gals who are open carrying with me. Because that'll certainly, 3 or 4 people with a gun will deter the bad guys. But one person with a gun out of 200 people, let's say at a Walmart or Costco or the mall, one person, I'd rather carry it deep in that scenario, right? It's like a detective or an undercover cop. The reason why they're undercover is so they have the advantage of surprise. I like having the advantage of surprise. To me, I'd rather carry it deep and conceal it. If you want to open carry it, fine, but you may want to do that with a couple of buddies. Just a tip. Okay, don't make the mistake of doing solo open carry amongst 200 people, and you might have some of these people who are on the strange side of the universe in America and think you're weird, calling the phone on you and getting you in trouble or trying to cause trouble for you. I like to carry it deep and have the element of surprise. That's up to you if you got an open carry state. But throw your comments in on open carry. Don't draw attention to yourself. I spoke about that. And there you go. Tom checking out at Weapons Education. And I didn't mention a good belt, but carry a good belt with your shoulder holster system. You need one. WeaponsEducationHolsters.com for vaults and safes. WeaponsEducationSafes.com. I care about all of you. Please share this video. Please subscribe. Ring that bell. But really, really, just thank you so much. It's been over a decade now. From me to you, I thank everyone. I almost died a few years ago from a motocross crash, and I had thousands of you praying for me. And God bless all of you. I got my Bible there if you can see it. God bless America, and we are all in this together. And you need God in your heart also. Tom checking out. Bye-bye.